So let's be honest, when was the last time you actually sat down with an intention to read a book? Well, the intention is what matters here. So now let's suppose you open the book, started with the page, only a few minutes into it, your phone rings. It's a notification. Be it Instagram, you open Instagram, it's a reel from your friend. You see it, it's funny, you reacted to it, and then you kept scrolling. You kept scrolling, scrolling, and scrolling. Sounds familiar, right? Well, what you just did was you ended up in doom scrolling. You were in an infinite loop and you realized you were supposed to read a book. Why is it so difficult in this goddamn scenario to read a book? And that made me question, why can't anybody read a book anymore? It's not that we are not reading, we are consuming text through tweets, captions, but deep learning, that is becoming extinct. To get the severity of things, just listen this. A human's attention span has dropped from 12 seconds in the 2000s to just 8.25 seconds today. And that is concerning because a goldfish attention span is 9 seconds, guys. So let's understand, when did this shift actually begin? It all started when print media was being commercialized. We had newspapers, magazines. They were thrown out to us at a particular time of the day. 24 hours is what you had to wait to get the newspaper of the next day. To get the magazine, you still had to wait several weeks or even months. And then came the radio. The amount of information was still concise. But what really changed it was the internet boom in the 2000s. And what supercharged it was the smartphones in the 2010s. Ours is the only generation that is so vulnerable to information. We have the information of the whole world at the tip of our thumbs, but we cannot even absorb the bit of it. Now imagine this as a casino, but in your pocket 24/7, and you're not the one who is winning. The sound of the slot machine from the casinos was meant to trigger a happiness in you, and that is exactly what is being used today. Every ping, every notification, that is what is triggering your brain, that is giving your brain dopamine hits, just like the short form content. I am sure 90% of the people watching this video will not make it through even the 50% of the length because their brains will not allow them. There was a documentary on Netflix called The Social Dilemma. It beautifully described that how only two industries are there that call their customers as users. The one is the illegal drug industry and the second, softwares. The people behind this tech, those who made this, are the same people who are not letting their children use it. Don't you think that is already a big indication of what this technology can do to our brain? Neuroplasticity, which means our brains adapt to how we consume information. Suppose someone reads too much of the books online or reads too much content online digitally, but according to a study, 25 to 35% of that information is being lost than to those people who are consuming the same information physically on paper. So not only is reading important, the way you read is equally important. According to a 2019 NBT report, only 25% of the Indians consider themselves as active readers, with their average attention span being under 10 minutes. Social media is not only hampering your ability to focus, but it is also changing the way you meet people, the way you make connections. See this report. According to this, the number of people or couples meeting online have significantly increased than people meeting physically. And for students, the situation is even worse. They cannot study in silence. They cannot go through a whole lecture without checking their phones. Also, an average human checks their phone 96 times a day. That is once in every 10 to 12 minutes. So is it my fault, your fault, the system's fault? And can we even get our focus back? Can we reclaim it? The answer to this lies within you. Every time you touch your phone, just remind yourself, what was it for? What was the search that you were gonna do? And when you do that, things are gonna get a lot easier. Fun fact, even when you think that you're watching something useful or productive, the algorithm will still hit you at your deepest triggers and will want you to get distracted. But in that moment, you have to just stick to what you are doing. Now to reclaim your focus and to start reading a book. What does reading a book actually requires? Just two basic things: focus and time. Focus, we are fixing it. Time, you have to cut down on the unnecessary content that you are consuming. So pick a book of your choice, be it literature, fictional, non-fictional, anything. Just pick a book and start. And you don't have to read 60-70 pages in one go. Just start with 5 to 10 pages a day. That is literally enough. Cutting your screen time will also contribute as a significant factor in reclaiming your focus. Doing these things in theory might sound easier, but consistently following even 1 or 2 habits a day is going to make a change in the long run. So that's pretty much it for this video. It's basically a reminder for me and to the people who are struggling to focus. Let's reclaim it, one page at a time. Thank you for watching.